Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. I'm Pat Baer. I build model kits and Lego sets. And you watch. And you write things in chat. And I respond to those things in chat. And I talk about what's going on with me and stuff I've got coming up and anime. There's a lot of anime talk. Hello, everybody. We're going to give a couple minutes to see if anybody else pops in. Harold is hosting. Will Smith is also hosting. Thank you, both of you, for hosting. I appreciate that. Um, General note: this is the first week since daylight savings, so people might need a little time to get used to the time change and remember that that affects them. So not too worried. If you're in the chat and you want to throw the Bear Cave emote, if you're a subscriber, you can do that. I'm gonna do that. Um, I'm gonna throw in a Bear Cave emote in the chat there. I threw a Bear Cave emote. I also threw in the Lego Pat Bear emote. Just because. So yeah, if you're a subscriber, throw the Bear Cave emote. If you're not a subscriber, you can just say hello or whatever. A bunch of people found out what Twitch Prime is last night when Drake played Fortnite with Ninja. And Ninja was just like, hey, Twitch Prime's a thing if you have Amazon Prime. And then a bunch of people were like, I guess I'll do that. I now know more about Twitch. Thank you. Thought that was kind of cool. Kim.com sucks. Always has and always will. But overall, pretty cool. I didn't watch the whole stream. I only watched some of it. It was late. I was tired. So yeah, what do we do here on this? If this is your first time, hello and welcome. I build model kits. I'm working on a thing. We've only tapped into this a little bit here, but we'll go to the full screen so you can look at it, make sure that everything's set up right. I'm building a Krillin. That's right, it's Krillin. We'll go over here with Krillin's open mouth face over here, seeing what's up. There's Krillin doing his thing. Put there so you can see Krillin. Very excited that. Why don't we, while we're waiting for a few more people to jump into the chat there, or jump in, viewers, we got here. Harold, thank you for your subscription. I really appreciate it very much, my friend. Thank you for that. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, if you have Twitch Prime, you can subscribe with Twitch Prime. If you don't have Twitch Prime, you could spend money. You don't have to, but it does help me keep going. I do want to point out, if you weren't here on Saturday towards the end when we started this kit, obviously we're working on a Krillin action figure model kit. At first, I postulated that this was his brain, and I was like, why did they put a brain in Krillin? What the fuck? But it's not. It's just the dots. So you can see if we put on the smirk face, and then you line it up, then the dots on his forehead are there. That's all it is. I'm gonna go with smirk face. But yeah, I'm actually gonna refresh chat here, and we'll get going on some building in just a moment or two. Yeah, but I hope you're all doing well. Maybe the dots are his brain. Ronald really kind of maybe blowing my mind here, making me question things. Is that his brain? So I'm going to admit right now that Twitch is giving me conflicting things about how many people are watching. It's been jumping around. It's being very strange. So if you're in chat, you can say hello, jump in there. I'm going to throw an emote in. Chat might be weird. Everything might be borked. Maybe Drake, wrecked everything. So I don't respond to what you're saying in chat. I'm going to refresh now and again. If I don't respond to what you said in chat, I apologize. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Everything's being weird as far as I can see, because nothing's showing up in chat. Things were in the chat, and they aren't anymore. Now they are. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, so I apologize. Let's just get to building, right? Okay, so off camera, I worked on an arm. We'll put the arm up there. I put together the arm just to kind of get my fingers going. I like to do some warm-ups. I expect to finish off Krillin in this stream, and maybe start our next kit, which is the Gouf Custom. That's right. We're doing something from the 8th team, the original storyline. Uh, Ronald just gave me a cheer. Thank you very much for that cheer. Really appreciate it. You're now on the top of our cheer list, which is a thing that exists. Cheers are very helpful. In the middle of the show, I will talk about the various ways that you can, if you wanted to, support this channel. Subscribing is a great way. And then you can turn on notifications and you get an email when I start streaming. All right, so we're going to work on our other arm here. We worked on one. We're going to work on the other. Um, it says left arm. Yeah, we're going to work on our left arm. So nothing so far is showing up in chat. If you are chatting, I don't see it, and I apologize. But yeah, why don't I start talking about anime? I'll kind of get into it now. I need to tweet this out. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to remind myself that tomorrow I'm going to tweet out a statement about what even did I just pick out? Oh, a D7. About this so that I have it in the Twitter sphere and it's out there. But I've mentioned this before that I have a subscription right now for VRV, Verve.co. Verve.co gave me a year-long free subscription. And so when I talk about anime, you can take that with a grain of salt. If I talk about anything from Crunchyroll or Funimation, I do have a free account. I would be watching these shows anyway, and in fact, probably won't talk about shows that I don't like still. I don't expect to change my style, but, you know, it's good to put that stuff out there because, you know, it's good to have a little bit of a, like, what else? What do you mean? Do you really like that thing, or are you just saying you like that thing? You know, it's important to kind of put that stuff out there. I like to put that stuff out there. But yeah, I've been watching some anime, and it's been good. We are, I believe, episode 11 of Laid Back Camp, aka Yuri Camp. In that show, the big camping trip has happened. All 5 of our main characters, who are all girls, are all together. The camping trip has begun. The Chihuahua that we've been teased the whole season is hanging out. They've got themselves an advisor, so they have a chaperone with them, which is cool, from school. People are eating food. People are appreciating one another. It was an incredibly cute episode. I don't know if they're going to be 12 or 13. I always assume 12, and then I'm pleasantly surprised when there's 13. But I will say this. I'm going to miss that show when it's gone. It's just lovely and supportive and fun and cute. It's a really solid show. Laid Back Camp, I know I can't shut up about it. I've said so much about it already, but I'm just a really big fan. So yeah, so that was the show that I watched today. I also came out at dinner time, so I checked that out. Actually, you know what? All right, so I'm gonna see if I can bring up Twitch chat on my phone. It might be me. I don't know. But I can't see anything in chat right now. So if you're writing anything in chat, I can't see it. If you're not writing anything in chat, well, I mean, that's fine. I just usually can see somebody writing something. So I apologize if I'm just like, oh, no one's chatting. And it's like, yeah, because no one's chatting. Let's just put it in there. TV. This is really thrilling for my YouTube watchers. I know you're watching me be weird about this when you're just watching it later on YouTube. Yeah, hey, give me a follow on YouTube. I lost a few subscribers ever since I started making more things for YouTube, so I would love to have a few more people jumping in. Okay, I'm now watching myself text, and I'm looking at it on my phone, and I'm not seeing anybody typing in chat. Chat could be borked. I'm going to do the one other thing. I could think of, which is I'm going to do this. Hey, Lashbrook, I just saw you say something. Okay. Lashbrook, I saw you wrote a tweet, and so I saw that. That was good. So, okay. Maybe things are happening. I don't know. I don't know. So it's no longer a ghost chat. No, Lashbrook, it apparently is not a ghost chat anymore. I don't know what happened, but things worked out. Also, hello, Lashbrook, and thank you for being here. Okay, let's get into it. At this point, we're going to say chat works and everything's fine. People don't feel like chatting, they don't feel like chatting. I'm not going to put pressure on folks to do that. All right. Oh, so other anime I watched today at dinner time. I got that new episode of How to Keep a Mummy. We had a new friend show up, a new weird friend. Kind of expanded the backstory of some of our characters and their interactions, which was cool. It was that's just a pleasant show. I've said this before, but I really do enjoy when a show is slice of life, but also has a fantastical element. Like How to Keep a Mummy has had a couple, tear-worthy moments, but for the most part, it's just a silly, cute, nice show about some people and their weird friends who are monsters and such. But yeah, introduction of a cool character, and then no spoilers, but I will say this. Here's the thing about this episode of How to Keep a Mummy. A revelation rocked me to the core about a very minor character. They talked about something that happened to a very minor character that, like, blew me away. I did not see it coming. I don't know what it means. And it was awesome. No spoilers, but one of those minor characters had something pretty cool. Waffles, you don't have to apologize for being late. Don't worry about it. It's daylight savings stuff happened. Everybody's fine and it's okay. I'm happy you're here. So you don't have to apologize for being late. Also, hey, no one has to apologize for ever missing one. I want to make that clear. Like, I like having my regulars because it's fun and nice to have people that like the stream so much they come back week to week. It rules. But you don't have to apologize for that. Oh, Ronald. So I said I paid for a year of Funimation subscription to start watching Classic DB around episode 20 now, and Krillin is such a dick. So yeah, you're watching Classic Dragon Ball. The fun thing about Krillin is, I think I mentioned this a little bit, is that Krillin is cocky because Krillin thinks he's a very good fighter, and he is a very good fighter. And I like that. I like that they added a kind of cocky character to have, because Bulma's cocky and Yamcha's cocky, and a lot of those characters are like that, and then they come across Goku, who is incredible, and they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to deal with this young, naive kid who's just like the best fighter in the world. Last Saturday DST messed up my schedule big time. Yes, totally Waffles. It is a strange thing for people's schedules, especially people that obviously folks that live in parts of the world that don't do this, and then suddenly most of a whole country changes what the time is, but not all of it, not all the time, not all the countries, because there's still parts of the country that are just like, we don't do daylight savings time, whatever, which is weird. Florida tried to they tried to not take back the hour. Ronald, I mean, here's the thing with Bulma. She's trying to collect the Dragon Balls for the perfect boyfriend. So yeah, she is, by definition, thirsty. Before that was a term. She's also interested in adventure and all that. And seems to come to care for Goku. later in that show, it is very funny that when when they do the time dash and Goku grows up into like late teen Goku, she's just like, "Oh, cool," and then immediately he's engaged to be married, and she's like, "Oh, shit," um, which is pretty funny. That show, I forgot how like adult humor that show is. Watching the when I because I watched it fan subbed, and you never know with like late '90s fan subs. The same way that people make the joke about how like there's a lot of people saying fucking shit in Naruto fan subs back in the day. Back in the day, everybody just said shit and fuck uh, and a lot of times idiot was translated. You know, Baka wasn't translated to idiot; it was changed to like asshole. Uh, there's a lot of artistic license, you could say, in those things, um, for better or worse. Okay, so let's try to get this arm set in place here. So we're putting some sleeves on our Krillin, some arms and some sleeves. Looks cool. I like this. I like how this is coming together already. Like already. This is not going to take too long. Like I said, this kit doesn't have like a ranking. Like it's basically it feels like a high grade, pretty much. But the detailing is cool for what is going to be a pretty small kit, obviously. Krillin has some cool accessories that we'll build. He's got this face that seems to be only so you can pose him to have 18 lean down and kiss him like from the anime and have him be like, ah! One of his accessories is the button that will kill Android 18, the self-destruct button. That is one of his accessories. We'll look at that later. All right, so we built some arms. We built some arms, or some guns, you could say. Now let's build some legs. Remind me, I still need to Anime Nostalgia Podcast with the mystery of Miami Mike. Oh yeah, I had a chance to talk to a fan subber group years ago. I actually knew more distro groups than fan sub groups, because distro groups, like, you know, were on the internet and you could chat with them, and I knew a few people in those. There was a San Francisco guy, I think it was at Berkeley. He was at Berkeley, who had he had like a really fast internet connection, which I did not at the time. So he ran a small business where, for a very small fee, he would download a bunch of stuff and then mail you discs. And this was when like media mail was like very cheap. It was under $1 to mail a CDR. And he would send like a CDR stuff, and then you would have like a DivX player, and you play the videos. That was early how I watched video stuff after, you know, the move from VHS tapes to the online that people made. That was like a lot of what I did when consuming fan subs towards the end of it. Because like, you know, eventually people would start torrenting, and that became the future. But I did not have the ability to do that for many years. But yeah, also like, you know, I would also watch a lot of fan sub stuff like I got in VHS tapes. I still eventually pared them down. My folks were like, "Hey, we're moving. Come take this stuff." So eventually I had to pare down my VHS collection they kept for me and then take some stuff with me. I have like VHS tapes of a series that I've never been able, that I'm sure now I could Google and maybe find it, but I remember for many, many years could not find torrents of this show called Oni. It was an OVA, so it was an original show, wasn't based on anything, and it was like about this group of people that learned they could transform into demons, but the transformation was more like if you were going to become like put on your costume for like you were a Power Ranger, like that kind of transformation. And they all had different powers, and they didn't understand why. And it wasn't like a great show, but I remember like liking it a lot and having it on VHS, and then not being able to find it ever because I think it wasn't popular at all. So no one like they stopped fan subbing it. It was an expensive thing to buy, because like OVAs. Here's a little peek behind the curtain for you. if you just bought like a laser disc or a VHS tape in Japan, they were $60, like the US equivalent. They were incredibly expensive to buy. So you had to think, if you were somebody who's fan subbing and you're getting someone you know in Japan to mail you something, or you're going through a service, you had to really pick and choose what you thought was going to be popular, what people would, because a lot of times people would send, like, you'd have sponsors who'd be like, hey, I really like this Magical Girls show. I'll pay for you to get these VHS tapes shipped in to fan sub them. And so I can only assume that people just weren't into that show that I was into. And so it didn't work out. Lastbrook, when I was in college, we weren't doing a ton of downloading, but yeah, oh man, those cheap Hong Kong DVD sets were everywhere. Oh yeah, I mean, I had almost all of Yu-Gi-Oh. I had all of G Gundam, because the U.S. release, they skipped an episode. There's a blatantly awful, not good episode of that show. It's the fan service episode. They just didn't air it on Cartoon Network or Toonami or whatever. So I remember getting the whole set at one point. One, to have it in subtitled instead of dubbed, and two, just to get it. But yeah, Initial D I started buying on DVD, and you get like 10 episodes, and they're very poorly subtitled. I remember Yu-Gi-Oh, like they would translate people's names, and Yu Yu Hakusho I remember watching later because sometimes the dubs didn't make, or the subtitles didn't make any sense, and I couldn't understand them. But you did what you had to, right? You wanted to watch those shows. There was no legal way to watch them, so you watched them. Now I can say I proudly have paid for anime a lot, and then also have the fine folks at Verve have hooked me up with an account so I can watch that way, which is very nice of them. They're very nice to do that. Okay, so I'm looking at B33. All right, go there. But yeah, I mean, and now I'm doing this thing where every couple months, or every like 4 or 5 months, I'm just gonna get Anime Strike for a month, because like there's not enough on Anime Strike that I'm really into, but I do want to see a few things, so I'm doing that every couple months, and then just watching like a whole series, because it's annoying to play for Amazon Prime and then also have to pay extra for Anime Strike. It's kind of annoying. I don't think it's a good business model. All right, so we've got some leg. We're working on a leg here, figuring that out. We're gonna build a boot right now. I need A. I just need one part of A and C. All right, A and C. So we're building boots now for our leg. But yeah, if you had time, like some people are just like, younger people. I understand you're out there. You just never had to worry about that. You got your anime from either television, or you bought DVDs or Blu-rays, or you still just fan subbed. You just like went to your sites, like, and then there were services, and there still are, obviously. Like, I mean, Crunchyroll was a place that you just got bootleg stuff before it went legit. This is where you went and streamed things, and then somebody was like, it could be a good business plan if we were a legitimate company and not this bullshit. But yeah, people still go to like Kiss Anime and watch. Are there people who are still fan subbing? You can, like, shows that come out here legally, people are still doing fan subs. The old adage in the days were, hey, when this gets a New York license, we'll stop distributing this, which was like, didn't make it legal or good. It was just like a way to be like, we just want people to watch anime. I don't know. Yeah, it was never legal, but it was cool to watch anime when you couldn't otherwise. Fan subs, I think, were an important thing at the time. or like the terrible Dragon Ball Z arc, Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate Tournament? Heaven's Tournament? Might not have been Heaven's Gate. I know that Heaven's Gate is also a cult, but it still also might have been called Heaven's Gate. Whatever. There was an anime, there was a filler arc. They keep doing it because they love swearing. You're right, Waffles. They love swearing so much, they got to keep fan subbing to keep the swears in. What was this? Oh, yeah. So there's a short filler arc in Dragon Ball Z that the U.S. dub just skipped over, which they weren't wrong to. It wasn't good at all. They weren't like, but I wanted to see it. I wanted to be a completionist. So I remember having to like track down the fan subs and then realize I could keep going. Gorge Bog Dweller. Gore is Bog Dweller. Gorish Bog Dweller. Thank you. Hello. Welcome. Welcome in. I hope you're well. Yeah, I hope you are well. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone. If you're just watching, if you just joined us, we got a few more people popping in. Hello and welcome. I have now run into my first thing where I'm like, wait, what do I do here? Where I have to figure something out here. I am attempting to figure out how this little rope piece, which attaches to here, I cannot figure this out. Okay, there it goes. Just snaps on, just like the rope part of his boot here. All right, and then this goes in like that, and then build a shoe with C10. Yeah, I mean, I watched a lot of fan subs in the day. I guess the last fan sub I watched was in between New Game. When they put the DVD out of New Game, they put out an OVA that didn't end up making it to Crunchyroll's translation. So before the second season started, I went and got that because I wanted to see the OVA. It's fun. It's a ski trip. It's a good episode, actually, as far as OVAs go. But Dragon Maid, they ended up putting that OVA out, which is cool. Which is like the lovers episode, basically. I forget which. It's like Valentine's Day is that episode. All right, and now we're gonna put this on our leg here. Great, he's got a foot now. Look at Krillin go, feet and everything. So now I gotta find the other foot. I don't love this booklet. I've said that before. I also don't understand. I don't know why this page is in color. None of the other instructions are in color, but this page is, which is weird. It's a strange thing. They must have just had enough money for a couple pages of color. They're like, oh, make that one colorful. Why not? I mean, it makes things easier to see. But basically, we're going to do this, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just building the other leg. That's all we're doing. But yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other shows that are out that I'm super into. This past week's episode, the Saturday episode of Slow Start, I talked about that. It was really solid and good. Death March is fine still. Death March, still fine. There's nothing exciting about that show that I'm like, you gotta watch it. There's some lore stuff that happened in this one that's kind of interesting. I don't know. There's something interesting about that. Like classic manga, yeah, just one random colored page. There's something interesting about Death March because I thought where we are right now in the series at episode like 9 or something, 10 maybe 10. I thought they'd get there like 3 episodes in, but he's on his journey. He's got his whole harem together, all his female characters that are devoted to him. We're getting a little interaction Between them, we got Nana, the new character, who is a homunculi, um, and we get to see her reaction to the group, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, overall, I want an action show, and the episode before this last one was the most action the show has had, and so I was happy with that. Overall, it's just not hitting me, but none of the action shows that are out right now are hitting me. I started catching up on Dragon Ball Super. I'm behind, but also they took like a week off or 2 weeks off or something before they finish it up. So I don't think I'm going to catch up by the time they get to the end of this show of Super, but I'm going to be close to it. Hello, welcome to Hollow. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're working on our Krillin, just getting that done. But yeah, I could go for another season of like My Hero Academia. Obviously, I would love that to come back. Boruto isn't really doing it for me. I could probably. Oh, this sheet's done. We're done with this sheet, so we're gonna toss it over. Take care of that later. Yeah, I would have liked to had some kind of like fighting show, something to pique my interest, but there's nothing out there that really does it. So, I'm watching one that I think is okay. It's totally like fine. It's totally serviceable as a show, but I wish I liked it more. And I think that's it for anime. The babysitting school babysitters show is still adorable. This last episode, I understand why no one else I know is watching this show because it's like a show about high school boys that are part of the school's babysitter club, and I understand why that is not appealing, even though it's lovely and sweet. But man, okay, they put them in really cute costumes, and it was too much. It was so sweet and cute and great. That show does have a lot of heart, and so I do like it a lot. I think that's it for anime. I think that might be all the anime talk for tonight. Obviously, other stuff will come up in conversation. It always does. But, yeah, I think I'm caught up in now and telling you what I've been watching. So that's good. Alright, so we need 20 into 19 here. Okay. So today I announced my guest for 404ing it. I will put the links up in the show description. I will also talk about that in the middle when I start promoting my stuff. I'm going to sneeze right now, so hold on a second. Hold on. I'm not going to... God damn it. I apologize. That was annoying. Yeah, focus me. Great. No, Lashbrook. One of my guests for 404ing it is not Drake. I would love to see what Drake likes on the internet. I think that would be really fun. I think Drake would be a great guest for 404ing it. But no, my guests are Abby Russell from Giant Bomb, Danica Harrod from Waypoint, and Kate Stark from the internet. Waffles, it's not King Kai. King Kai is always welcome to pop in, but it is not. Yeah, so it's yeah, I think it's going to be an awesome crew. They're all really nice people. Abby has done 404ing it. She did GamerX East, so she's had some experience doing the show. So she knows kind of what I need. Danica has seen the show before, has a good understanding of what it is, and Kate, I don't think quite understands part of it. Like I've had to kind of. I often have people who are like, I'm not going to watch this video. I'm not going to tell you what's going on. This seems fun. I'll do it. I like you. And then I have to be like, you just have to send me some videos. And they're like, what? And that part always seems to surprise some folks, no matter what I do or say, which is okay. I don't mind that. But I'm used to it. But yeah, I think they're going to have some great videos. I'm going to bring some great stuff. I think it's going to be real cool and fun. And it will be live streamed. It will be Friday afternoon um, at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/PAX3. Thursday night, I'll be doing another panel that's mine, the improvised post-mortem. I have a couple more guests to announce for that. Abby's doing that as well. Eric Pope's doing that show. Dave Lang is doing it. Jeff Gersman. Um, that's going to be really fun. Danielle Riendo is doing that one. I think she's got to confirm it, but she should be doing that one. So that's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to that show. It debuted at West last year, and I had a really good time doing it. So I have high hopes for this one. And there'll be at least 2 more people that I have not announced yet for that. And they're all fun people, and like a bunch of them done before. So, hello, and welcome. Twizzed was here. So, Twizzed and the Hollow, right now your colors are such that like are very hard for me to read. So I have to highlight your names when you first jump into chat so I can see who's in there. Oh, Zenelon, also hello. I noticed you were chatting. You jump in the chat there. Hello. Yeah, it's a lot of solid people that I really like a lot. So I am excited to have them all on board doing stuff, and there'll be more people. And then tomorrow, on my Twitter account, I'm going to announce the special announcement that we're making for League of Heels. It's not about the show; it's about another thing League of Heels is doing at PAX East. That's pretty cool. That I think people will be pleasantly surprised about and happy for us. I think I'm excited about it. I think it's a cool thing that Aaron and I are doing. Yes, I saw that you tweeted, Twizzed, that you got that. That's awesome. Perfect grades are a lot, as you know from me doing it here. They're very intense, lots of details, lots of sheets. They're incredible. I mean, I really enjoyed my time working on one here on the stream. But yeah, they're great. And then B23 goes on the other side, so we'll do that there. There. Put this on this side here. It's coming together pretty easy on the legs. And then this. And then like this. Great, we're there. What we got here? Oh, thank you for the follow. Twisted was here. Appreciate that. Harold chiming in that PAX will be awesome. It will be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I love PAX East is like I like to call PAX East my home convention. I mean, to be real, GamerX East is probably my home convention. But like, PAX is the first convention I ever got to do panels at. It's where a lot of my friends are. I enjoy it very much, and you know, I expect to travel this year. I expect to be at PAX West this year, but if I ever stop doing other PAXs, I'll always do PAX East because it's close and great. I'm going to do Unplugged this year as well, and I haven't been able to announce the other convention I'm going to, but I'm going to go to a convention I've never been to before, and I'll be able to announce that pretty soon. It is someone asked, it is not Crunchyroll Con. So this year, some people, we finished the sheet, so we'll toss it aside. Some people really goofed this year when they decided that Crunchyroll convention was going to be the same weekend as PAX West and Dragon Con. So I'm not going to that. I want to go to Crunchyroll Con at some point, but not this year. All right, so we're building up our waist here, our crotch here. Never a weird thing when we do the robots. It's not that it's weird, but it is a little odd to be building the crotch of our friend Krillin. All right, and then we got to put our belt on. Tightly fit the parts as far as they will go. It's nice to have a little bit of English in this instructions. There's just a little tiny bit of English right there. Just be like, hey, put this on as tight as you can so it doesn't fall apart. That's helpful. Yeah, and then let's put this on here. Wait, which one? This one. This goes on like this. Says as tightly as you can, but oh, I was putting it on wrong. That would explain it. It was like, put this on tightly, and I was like, it's not tight at all, because I was putting it on wrong. And then, boom, check that shit out. We did it. All right, now we assemble Krillin here. Let's put our Krillin together. Okay. Krillin legs. Krillin legs. All right, and then Krillin head. All right, there's our Krillin. Hell yeah, we made a Krillin. Put him up here. There's Krillin. There's Krillin. Where's Krillin? There's Krillin. All right, we got different hands we can put on, and we're gonna build up some weapons as well. There's the action-based pieces we can put together. There's a stand here. Put that together. But yeah, our basic Krillin is done. Now we can just put together some different stuff here. Put this on here. These are this is the easiest way to do it. I guess it just goes on there, and then you put that on the base of a stand. That's our connection there, and then there's another stand. Oh, the other stand is for the weapons. That makes sense. Do that there. Boop, 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 boop. So we'll get our we'll finish this up, and then I'm gonna do my promos, and then we'll get started on our Gouf. Chuck that over there. Don't need that. This goes here. And then this goes this. Oh, okay. Goes like that. Okay. So you can put them like this in the air if you want to action. Oh no, yeah, action pose them. Like that. You can kind of hold them at the base there if you want. Or you can use this base for the weapon that we're going to build. And then also his arms come off for various things. Let's build our let's build up our blasts here. We got some energy blasts in this very bright, kind of tough color here. This kit was fun to put together. It's pretty easy, obviously, but I wanted to do one of these. I have a few other action figure model kits in my Amazon wish list, if that's something that people will be interested in checking out. They could buy something off that wish list, and I will build it on the stream, of course. So yeah, we're gonna go to 9:30 tonight, so we've got another 45 minutes of stream. We'll be building. We're going back to our model kit building for Gundams. Although this isn't a Gundam, it is just a. We're doing more Gunpla, I should say. So that goes like that, and then this goes this. And then this goes that, like that. Okay. Oh, okay, like that. And if I put Krillin's hands on here, there are some extra pieces here that I'm not sure what these are, but there are a few extra pieces in this kit that I'm not sure about. There might be extras or something, but I don't know. Seems pretty cool. I do like this energy ball thing. It's pretty neat. And we still have to build the Destructo disc, which we'll do in a second. So if I take his tiny little fists off, like that, and then put on hands that are like grasping at stuff, then he can be getting ready to Kamehameha wave. This. And boom. He just sent a real big blast out. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's pretty neat. What do you think of the Blu-rays in the age of streaming? I want to legally watch the original Gundam in a Canada way. The only way is by two-part collection. Look, do I wish that everybody could just stream everything all the time completely legally and there was a legal route to just do that? Like you pay a service and you get all that stuff? Yes. I totally do. Especially with like there being like YouTube channels that are dedicated to that stuff that have legal means, or like people that want to watch like their Twitch restrictions from country to country. So maybe you can't watch some of the channels that are now putting stuff out on Twitch that are putting them out like cool old content legally otherwise, but you can't watch it. Like I think it sucks that you have to go with Blu-rays, but I do appreciate that people can and do use the legal method, and their instinct is legal method. All right, so we got to build our Destructo disc, so let's build that. But yeah, it's a bummer. I would much rather you didn't have to do that, obviously. But fortunately, there doesn't seem to be an option. All right, let's build a Destructo disc real quick, and then we're going to be done. So I need these pieces here. Finally bought your name and no digital. Yes, yes, I forgot, I didn't read that other part that you said last, Brooke, that you bought the Blu-ray. You wish that more Blu-rays came with a digital copy. I agree with you, so that you didn't have to rip your own Blu-rays, and like host them on a server and then hope that everything checks out, even though you legally purchased it. It is frustrating. I think digital copies should be included in more, especially anime. It's like if people want it, they're gonna get it. All right. So the idea is, I guess, that you can go like, and how do I put this on? This. Okay. Oops. Ha. Trying to figure out how this works, but you know me. I don't always do the thing the right way. Whatever. It's a Destructo disc. Y'all know how it works. Whatever. Because his hand right off. What if that happened? What if he cut his whole hand off with a Destructo disc? That would be awful. I'd be real bummed for Krillin. Hi, Pat. I'm late and probably going to go to sleep immediately, but just wanted to stop by and say hi. Well, hello and welcome, Johnny. We finished our Krillin. We built a Destructo disc for him. We built some arms and legs for him and put everything together. I'm going to put him like this so that he's blasting a wave of energy. Very excited to have it. But that's it. So, now is the part of the show where I promote my stuff and then tell you about things that I would like you to do if you want to. And then we're going to get into building our Gouf. So, let me get into what I want to talk about here. So I have a Patreon. I unfortunately lost a few people, which I understand. Financial stuff changes and people have things they can't do. My goal is to get to $150 a month so that I add a Monday afternoon stream every week and stream 3 times a week. I would love to do that. Can't do that right now. So if Patreon's a service you'd like to use, you're more than welcome to do that. No pressure. $1 gets you a monthly Q&A video that only patrons see. $5 gets you videos early before everybody else. And $10 you get to vote on what I built. We've got an Amazon wish list. You can buy things. I'm going to click that link, make sure that it's working still. It is a bunch of stuff, action figure model kits, some Lego sets, just things that I think would be fun to build. Plenty of Gundams. Just stuff that I would love to work on. Just kits that I think would be fun to build. Some Pokemon in there. All kinds of cool stuff. Just like whatever. And then I got a couple items in my wish list that at the bottom of it that are just like tech stuff that would be kind of nice. So those are options. I've got a Ko-Fi, a coffee. I've never learned how to say it. That is a thing that you could jump in on. One-time purchase tip, like a tip jar. That's a thing. And then my shows at PAX East. I've got 3 panels. Improvised postmortem, which is on Thursday at 9 p.m. We've got 404ing it, which is Friday at 4:30 p.m. Both of those are streaming live on twitch.tv/PAX3. And I will also host them in this chat. So if you want to hang out in this chat and watch on my streams on Thursday and Friday, I will stream that from my account. I'll put the information right there. And then also PAXAMANIA, which will be streamed on PAX 2. PAXAMANIA is on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. All right. So those are the shows. Oh, I want to tell you, tomorrow, bonus stream. I haven't talked about my bonus stream. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern is my monthly bonus stream where I'll be playing games. I am very excited to do that. Instead of doing Hearthstone, I am going to play Pokemon Emerald. I have my Let's Play series that I do, where episodes come out every Monday and every Wednesday. I want to grind some levels. I just completed a gym, barely beat that gym, need to grind up. So I figured I'd do that, talk to chat, and just do it and stream it online instead of making it an episode. So I'm going to do that, and then I will also play some Jackbox games with chat if there's enough interest in the chat. So that's my bonus stream. That's tomorrow. 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I've done it on Mondays before. I'm going to do it on Friday because none of my Mondays this month work out, unfortunately. And then I want to tell you, because you're watching and you're here, you've got to be here on Saturday the 31st of March for my next subscriber lottery. That's right. I am now not doing it when I hit certain numbers. I'm doing it at the end of every month. To encourage you to become a subscriber, use your Twitch Prime coin, use $5, whatever you'd like to do. Every month at the last stream of the month, which will, be a Thursday or a Saturday, the last stream of the month, every month, I will be drawing a name from the current subscriber group and giving away a kit that I've built. This is going to be the Master Gundam from G Gundam is what I'm auctioning off there. Not an auction. It's not an auction. It's a drawing lottery system. So that's going to be good. Yes, Smash Mouth. Friday night's going to be a really good night, Johnny. So that'll be fun. And then, so if you can join me for any of that stuff, that would be cool. A bunch of tweets came in while I was doing this that are all people arguing about something that I have nothing to do with. So I'm not worried about that. But I am going to tweet out. You can see my keyboard. I'm moving my keyboard so that I can tweet. TVs there. About to start a new kit. I'm just going to tweet that out. What new kit? I'm not even going to say in Twitter. Y'all know. Y'all know I'm about to do a kit. All right, so that was all my plugs. I apologize for all of the plugs. We got about half an hour left. Let's start a new kit. I'm going to move Krillin aside because I'm going to take photos of Krillin in a little bit. When the stream's done, when I'm uploading the stream, I will take cool photos of Krillin. We need these things. We need our clippers. I have to get up, so you all get to watch me get up. Sir Lewis of Pilshire, hello and welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, if you're not following, give me a follow and set your notifications so you get updates. All right, I've gotten up. I have gotten up, and I am slowly moving the next kit onto my table so that I can build from it. And I'm grabbing the box because there's some extra tools in there and things I need. All right, let's do it. Here we go. We are building the MS-07B3 Gouf Custom. This is from MS8 Team. We're building a Gouf. Look at that thing. That's what we're going to build. We're building this Gouf. Very excited. So that's going to be really fun. This is an old kit. It's got screws. So I've got a screwdriver. So screwdriver enters our toolkit section. Yes, this is the Gouf Troop. This is a cool, old, stupid kit. I got a little tiny... I like to put the parts separate here. It's got some sort of wire that I'll just put in. I'm going to leave in the box. Some extra little pieces there. We got some stickers. Maybe we'll apply them. Probably not. And then, of course, the booklet. And we'll start by putting together this goofy old man, whose name I can't remember. Norris Packard. So here's the thing. Let's see if you can see Norris Packard. You see how fucking gross and old Norris Packard is? This isn't a beautiful boy. You can't sell an anime like this. Come on. They hadn't learned. You gotta have young, hot boys piloting your mechs. Come on, Gundam. Get with it. Can't have some weird old man. Goofy old man. Come on. But yeah, let's clip this guy out. And we'll get started on this kit. Blue Saku Kappa. Yeah, it is a fun old kit. I really do like it. Okay, don't need that. So we'll put this old man in there. All right. Get rid of that. So yeah, back to just Japanese. This is just a Japanese-ass kit. This is the 1/100 scale, of course. Okay, so one of my favorite things about importing old kits like this is I don't know why it says for use in Japan only. And this there's this thing you cut out that you could mail for things. I never understood any of that. I've been buying kits overseas for years. All right, so we're just going to get right into it. I'm hoping that it'll be a while before we need to do screws because those are always the death. But we're going to work on the body already. We'll start with the arm. We're going to start with the arms. That's right. There's a lot of rubber here. A lot of rubber pieces. That's good. I like that. I like seeing that. So yeah, I'm excited to put together this kit. I'm going to take a drink of water. We got about another half hour. Johnny, don't tell me this Gouf is going to attack me. Man, I can't handle that. If I build this outside of Japan, this Gouf is going to come after me. Rude. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have looked at this actually. The very first kit there's a screw in the very first thing. So never mind. I literally start with a screw. That is really annoying. So let me pop like this, and pop like that. Old plastic should pop out a little bit. There's literally the very first step involves a screw. That is incredibly annoying. I'm glad I have my screwdriver with me. I kept it in the box for the kit, knowing that was coming up. I could probably actually swap this out for a smaller screwdriver. I might do that next time for the next show. But right now, we'll just leave it as it is. So we need PCI. Gosh, there's so many of these. This is going to be a fun kit. This will be a nice long one after what took part of one episode and part of another episode to build our last kit, that Krillin. This will be a couple weeks. So I'm excited for that. I hope you're all ready for this. Then we need H. We need a bunch of H's. Maybe I'll do this so you can see. Over here, I've got my shelving unit. Oh, there's my fan to keep me cool. I've got this shelving unit thing with all my kits there. You saw the edges of my screen of my black curtains. But yeah, I've got this shelving unit thing, this very mobile shelving unit, which is I'm really excited about. It makes keeping my sheets organized and really easy to do. Um, is this kit about the same age as the MG EZ8? But one back, it was pretty different. The modern kits, yeah. So I don't know the exact year that this came out. It might be able to tell me on the side here what year this was released. I can look that up. I apologize for not knowing. But you know, they've pretty much pulled screws out of the master grade kits. So this kit is probably pretty old. I don't know the exact age of it. I honestly thought that I would be building the tall geese right now, but the $10 Patreon supporters of mine voted for this. I mean, I did do the Wing Gundam directly followed by the Epion, so I can understand maybe a little bit of fatigue when it comes to these kits or like Wing Gundam series. So, in somebody wanting like a more old school show to do. Oh, we gotta push this back. Sorry about that. You now see where all my stuff is. At the base of this is this. Haha. Now you know a little bit more about how I do things. But yeah, I guess people might have had a little bit of fatigue when it came to the kits that I've been building and how they were all the Wing Gundam. I got a cough. Pardon me. Sorry about that. All right, so that goes there. That goes there. I need H11 and H10. So yeah, this is definitely an older kit. There's like next to no English in it. There's no I don't think there was a plug for a website in it, which usually tells you it's pretty old. But yeah, the exact year I don't know when this kit came out. Like all of the G Gundam kits are really old because they only released them when the show came out, and they didn't realize that it was going to be such a flop. So that's the only reason that those kits all have screws in them, because they're a product of their time. All right, so let's do this, and then this goes in here. All right, and now we're going to screw this in, and we're going to hope that we did everything right, because we don't want to do it again. Oops. All right. Yeah, this might be too big of a screwdriver. I'll be fine. It might strip the screws if I have to take anything apart, which I don't want to do, obviously, but I think it'll be okay. I could probably get away with a smaller, like one smaller screw. I have a whole kit, toolkit, obviously, so do that. All right, so that went there, and then E26, and it says I only do this once, so I'm only going to do it the one time. I assume the other end of this is just different, and that's why. All right, yeah, working on the arm here, so then we need E. And then do we need H again? Oh, we do need H again. Okay, so we'll do that. We need E. Okay. Imagine small shows like the 8th don't get new release stuff. Yeah, I mean, if they weren't like huge hits, they probably don't get a lot of re-releases. Hello, everybody that just jumped into the chat. There's a few more people. A few more people have popped in. We just started a new kit, working on a Gouf, the Gouf Custom from 8th Team. But yeah, they do re-releases. I mean, the Gundam Wing series gets re-released. Like somebody sent me a link. They got the new re-release of the Tall Geese that came out last year, where they had like more of a metallic look to the plastic that looked very sharp, and I did not want to spend money on it. because it was very expensive. Um, I'm happy to get my tall geese that I got at Emerald City Comic Con, which I wasn't going to buy a kit there. I told myself, Pat, you're not buying any kits. But it was actually an incredibly great price compared to the online version, and so I bought one. I am not lying when I say it was a good price. It was totally worth getting, and I had the room in my suitcase. I had to like put more stuff in my backpack, but it was fine. All right, so that goes on like this. I don't know why I don't do two of these. I have to assume there's some reason, because the next two things I'm doing two of. I need K. I need both my Ks, which is here. We're doing our shoulders. I love the Gouf shoulders. They are so silly. I'm very excited to put together these. And yeah, we're going to do this twice. GM Custom and the GM Sniper 2 both had recent releases. Yes! My Sniper was old. It was not a re-release, so. But yeah, they get re-releases now and again. You know, especially if new shows don't hit super hard with the global audience. Although they've been doing pretty well. If they don't hit super hard, then you start seeing re-releases quite often because people are just trying to make it work. And you know, old fans like the old stuff. How weird. All right, we need two of C's. Great, we'll do that. I was in Paris and was planning on not spending money, and then I spent like $60 on a Lego chess set. I saw that Lego chess set. Longivitis. Hello and welcome. I'm glad you got to watch this live. We're only going until 9:30, so we only got another 20-ish minutes left of the stream. But I'm glad you're here for at least some of it live. I hear you, people that wish that I started later on Thursday. Unfortunately, I cannot. Thank you for the follow, Longivis. Thank you for that. I unfortunately cannot start later in the night on Thursdays. I've been thinking about maybe in April, when I get back from PAX, moving Saturday night to later in the evening. Instead of doing 9 to 10:30, maybe doing 10 to 11:30 Eastern. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it right now because I know that West Coast, it's still early for folks on a Saturday, and they might be into a later start. All right, so I got to put this piece in here. So I don't know. That, like I said, that's not set in stone. That's not a thing I'm definitely doing, but it's a thing I've been thinking about. All right, so put that there. Goes here. But yeah, I saw that Lego chess set, Johnny. That Lego chess set looked cool. I think it was a good purchase, but I also understand how you're like, I'm not buying anything. I don't need anything. I keep my eyes open for Lego sets. So those might know in the United States, basically, Toys R Us are going to close. So on Saturday during the day, I'm going to go to a Toys R Us that's in Queens. That's a bus ride away from me. It's like not too far to go. So I'm going to take the bus. My friend lives near it, so I'm going to take the bus up there and hang out with a buddy. But one of the reasons I'm going to go is I'm going to go to this and check out this Toys R Us. Now I expect that none of the things I want at this Toys R Us will be heavily discounted. But if there's a model kit or a Lego set that's cheap, I'm gonna get it, you know. So I'm kind of keeping my eyes peeled for a deal. But I also figured I could go to a Toys R Us because I was and maybe still am a Toys R Us kid. They closed the one in Times Square that I used to go to all the time because I worked near it. When that one closed, that was a bummer. But you know, I guess in Canada they're staying open. Toys R Us in Canada are going to make it work. But the U.S. ones are dunzo, which is a shame. I like a good, I like Toys R Us. Always have. Like I said, I was a Toys R Us kid. 16, 17, put a screw in it. 2 16s, 2 17s, put a screw in it. All right. 2/16s, 2/17s, put a screw in it. We already done, we're just about to do 3 screws already in this kit of the 10. So that's actually great because when the screws are done, I feel better about the kit. I'm having far less of a hard time with it, but I just remember being so bummed out. The first kit I did on stream, the Shining Gundam from G Gundam, and just being like, oh, there's screws in this, why? It's just like oddly demoralizing. Alright, that should be right. Making sure this is attached properly before I put a screw in, because I don't want to do this over again. Of course. Alright, and then put a screw in there. Boys R Us still exists in Sweden somehow. Wow, yeah, Toys R Us is still there. I read that as Boys R Us for a second there. Because Babies R Us was a thing. And so, yeah. I mean, the thing that I always say is like, people still want to go to retail stores. Like, not all of everybody, but like, plenty of people still want to shop retail. They still like to actually hold a thing in their hands. And you know, you can get toys at Walmart, or Target, but it's not the same thing as a store dedicated to toys. Hell, I bought a lot of the when I was buying action figures, of Transformers in particular. I would go to Kmart most of the time, unless Toys R Us had an exclusive that I really wanted. In which case, yeah, I would go get that exclusive. But if it wasn't the exclusive, I would be fine going to Kmart. The Spur kits were crazy discounted recently. Got a Hello Master kit, $5. Oh, yeah, kit. You know, thank you for that. The ego check. Um, that's a good point. Some of the other kits, other kinds of kits, might be reasonably priced there. I should look to see what's out and what's there. We might find something that would be great for the stream. And then I can use some of the money that's still sitting in my coffee account that I've been waiting to use on something, and do that. I use some of that money to buy the A-Wing kit that I'm going to build that will go up on YouTube while I am in PAX, which I have to build. I have not done that yet. I might do that tomorrow. I might record tomorrow, me doing that. I don't know. I got to do that soon. Maybe I'll do it Sunday. I don't know. I might want to give my voice a little bit of a time since I'm recording tomorrow and allergies are kind of kicking my butt. Maybe I shouldn't do any streaming or any recording tomorrow before I stream at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Krillin. Yes, HypnoCrab TV. I built a Krillin. Oh, shoot. I didn't switch to my Gouf photo. Thank you actually for noticing that. HypnoCrab, we finished off our Krillin kit earlier, so I did not switch the photo over to our Gouf custom. This is the kit we're working on now. Very excited for that. I love a good gun arm, so especially a gun shield. So yeah, so we're coming towards the end of our stream for the day. Got another 15 minutes or so. I apologize, HypnoCrab TV. Earlier we did build a Krillin. It is cool, but we did finish it. And I should have switched over the photo and didn't. So I apologize for that. Alright, so this goes on here. This goes like this. This goes in here. Oh, yeah. It's always fun the first time to do it. I love these shoulders. These shoulders are so great and stupid. It's like the shoulder piece is like its own Viking helmet. I love that about a Gouf. Alright, and then this will go screw on the outside. This. Trying to make sure I'm doing this right. This part. And sorry, I'm always mindful of when I get quiet, and I apologize. But yeah, we're just building the arm right here. There, arm is constructed. We will we did that, and then we will move on to why don't we build the other arm? That's weird. Oh, we're just gonna keep building this. They just because they were the same, they had us build these two pieces. We'll get back to that on Saturday. So let's keep building the arm. We're gonna do a little bit of arm before we go. Do have to go out tonight to do some stuff. If you're in the New York area, a week from this Friday, I have a show at the UCB Theater, Hell's Kitchen location. Got a comedy wrestling show next week, so I'm prepping for that. Our big pay-per-view show, WrestleSlam-mania, which we always do around-ish WrestleMania. This year we're doing it a little earlier because PAX stuff is later than some years. All right, here's C. I need that. And E. Need E. This is E. And all right, let's build some stuff. Yeah, so we're just, I'll be back on Saturday night streaming again, as always, at 9 p.m. Eastern. But my bonus stream is tomorrow. I want to make sure I keep mentioning that. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to do my bonus stream. It's my bonus game stream. Once a month I play games. We'll do some Jackbox games with the chat. And then I'm going to start the stream by doing Pokemon Emerald. I've been doing my my Pokemon Emerald randomized stream as a Let's Play series, and I need to do some grinding, so I thought I would do some grinding while talking to the chat instead of just doing it off camera. So that is the plan. Need to find F. There's F. Oh, you worked on this kit? Nice. Yeah, I mean, I like throwing in a non-Gundam kit now and again, just something a little different. Thought this kit would be fun. Looking forward to continuing to work on it. So this goes here, but that's cool that you've also built it. Yeah, there's nothing, nothing revolutionary about it. I like the colors as well. It's nice to work on a bright, weird, bluish color. Nice little, very vibrant blue. That's fun. And there we go. I don't know why that doesn't want to go in. Right. We'll put on this one here. I'm going to make sure that this is the right one because for whatever reason it doesn't seem to want to stay in the holes that it's meant to go into. So we're going to make sure that this is F. Is that an F? I may have pulled the wrong one, which I've certainly done before. Nope, that's an F. Okay. That's what we need. Weird. Just doesn't want to connect. We'll figure it out. Not worried about it. Seems to be worked on that kit. That's still a good cut. Okay. Yeah. I'm excited for it. It's a fun color scheme, like I said. I like working on stuff that isn't Gundam now and again. So that's fun for me. So, there we go. That got that in there. Weird. It was weird that took a while. Yeah, okay, weird. This piece just is like being annoying. Odd. Alright, we'll figure this out. Sometimes these rubber pieces just don't want to fit in how you want them to, and that's a very weird thing, or it could be any number of reasons, but sometimes it's just weird. I'm not sure why. Alright, so that went in. All right, we got there. We got it there. Took a little while for some reason. And then C1 we need. We'll put E aside for a second. Getting quiet again. I can tell myself, my body is telling me, hey, Pat, you've been doing this for an hour and 20 minutes, and sometimes you can't keep going. People do ask why I only stream for an hour and a half at most, and it is very simply because talking for a straight hour and a half and building the kits, towards the end of it, I start making mistakes. And I don't want to make mistakes like that. That's not what this stream is. The stream is not sometimes I do a thing and fuck up, and we can learn from it. Like with our perfect grade, how I kind of broke that the skirt, and we had to figure that out. Had to fix that. But for the most part, I don't want to fuck up. I want to do it right, how it's supposed to be, and then we just move on to the next thing. So when I do have a fuck up, I like to figure out very quickly what happened, and then if I can avoid fucking up, I like to do that as well. So we'll just finish this step. All right, Johnny, thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate it. Have a good sleep. I know that these stream times are not great for you. All right, so this goes in here. All right, we're about done here. I'm going to finish up this part of the arm, and then we'll call it quits there. Okay, got that in. Then this goes like this. This will obviously move a lot faster when I do the other side of it, because I will have known the weird parts of it, as always. Always better the second side. And something like that. Great, okay. So yeah, so that's going to connect to our shoulder piece here. This. Oops. All right, that will connect to our shoulder at some point. It seems to want me to force it on, which is annoying. I don't want to do that. There it goes. All right, great. So that's the arm there. We got some arm done. Very little of this kit done yet, but we'll keep going. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. I will be back tomorrow with a bonus stream, 3 p.m. Eastern time till 5:30 p.m. Eastern, working on playing some games with you. I'm going to be doing some Pokemon Emerald grinding, and you can hang out with me for that. And then we'll play some Jackbox games with the chat. Hello, Mr. Bob. I'm sorry you came in just as I'm going out. And then I'll be back to my normal streaming on Saturday. If you can't be here tomorrow, Warrior of Tyre, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you can't be here tomorrow in the afternoon for some games for my bonus stream, I will be doing my normal stream Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and have a great rest of your Thursday. Or for a couple of you, have a great start to your Friday. Bye-bye.